following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sean in Canada. Hey, Sean, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how's it going, brother?
It's going great, man. How you doing?
I'm a huge fan of the show. I just found out about you guys within the last month and a half.
Okay.
And I can't believe, I'm like, where did these guys come from?
How did you find out about us?
Sometimes I'll go in the search engine and try to find some market analysis.
Okay, man. Welcome to the Tiger family. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us, man.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm just excited to watch your bid. I get a lot out of them. I really love the intros you do and the excitement and the energy, and you guys are pretty special.
Well, we get a great network, man, and there's a lot of diversity, man, and we're really lucky. Thank you so much for calling, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You too, bud.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be strong. Go with your heart and believe in miracles, because anything can and will happen. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 110, Nasdaq up 32, S&P's up 10, gold contract flat at $1,115 an ounce. Silver down 21 cents, $14.24 an ounce. Platinum down $15 at $8.65 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.04 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.04. $33.35 a barrel. You talk about volatility, not only in the market, but in the oil market today. Pretty wild, folks. Bonds. 10-year up 4 ticks, 128.31. 30 up, down 1 at 159.31. Both the 10 and the 30 having a hard time dealing with the January 20th swing levels, folks. We haven't come off those levels with volume yet. We'll see if, in fact, we do. My take is that bonds have topped out. King dollar. King dollar can't handle higher price. We are down 404 ticks, 98.55. King dollar wants to go after that lower swing point. 97 is the first one. 94.50 is the next one. Euro. Euro is trading at 109.56, up 61 ticks, and the yen is at 118.76. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. High volatility, we got it in spades. Now, if we take a look at the SPY, what you're going to see out here is this. We've been at the same place for 4 days, 5 days now. Huge volatility. The trading range is spectacular. You know, you're talking in the SPY, you're talking about a trading range from 190 down to 187. We take a look at the E-minis. What you're going to see inside the E-minis, you're talking about a range from about 1890 down to what is it? 1890 down to about 1860. So big numbers, range bound. Now, coming into the close out here, what we have, so we have 47 companies, folks, that are going to come out with numbers after the close. Monster numbers, first off. Last night after the close, what you had Facebook come out with numbers. What Facebook did, monster numbers, first time they took in $1 billion. Facebook had a high volume swing point from November 5th. That high volume swing point, 110.65. Thus far, we've hit 110.34. You're up $15.50. Now, that's the bullish side of the deal. The bearish side of the deal, which is whipping markets around big time, and I continue they will. The reason I'm going over this way today is I expect you're going to see more whiplash coming into the close out here. I expect higher markets, but bottom line, you're going to have a lot of buying, a lot of selling. The IBB. What is the IBB? The IBB has taken its swing point out, low swing point, with volume. You're down $9.26. It had been down over $14. The IBB is an ABC structure on the way down. Took out the B point, took it out with volume. That price structure right now, you're at 264. That wants to run to 227. Now, what I figure what will happen inside this IBB is this. It'll turn into a complex ABC. What a complex ABC is that somehow this thing will get back inside the 268. You'll go up with a small volume, build some more cars, and then break down once again. But your larger issue right now is that this baby wants to get down to 427. After the close, you're going to have Amazon. Amazon's going to, well, there's a lot of numbers coming out. I expect Amazon's going to be one of the big ones. Now, Amazon, now this is going to be really a trip watching this thing shake out, and this is why. So, Amazon made a high on December 29th. That high that was made was $696.44. We made that high with 5.7 million shares. Then we came off that high with 9.3 million. Now, the 9.3 million, we went, the high was 696. When we come off that high, we went to 627 in 2 days. We did that with monster volume, with 9.3 million. Amazon today is up $47. Huge move on the way up. There's no two ways about that. The low is 627.50 of how we came down. When you put this together, and this is going to be a wild one watching on this one, because you have volume today, but yet the volume is lighter than how you come down. What that sets up, the way I look at the markets, that sets up that Amazon can actually go back to 578. So this is going to be really wild watching this shake out. Is that going to destroy the NDX 100? No, it's going to put pressure on the NDX 100, though. That's how the baby is set up. We have Microsoft coming out with numbers. Now, Microsoft has a huge weighting inside the NDX 100, huge. Microsoft, let's see, and they'll come out right after the market close. They're up 82 cents right now, 52.04. And this has been a consolidation. This is not a bad setup, really. But Microsoft doesn't look to me like it's going to move much. You're 52, yeah, I can get to 54. Not any type of real monster movement. I just don't see it. We go over to Apple. Apple is, of course, broke its lows. This is also setting up a complex ABC down. And this is going to be, this is a decent, yesterday what you did, you got down to $93.34. You did 133 million shares. You took out the 72 million shares. Bottom line, the market in general wants a lot lower price. The market where we are now is building the B2C of an ABC structure on the way down. And what we have out here today, you've rejected lower price. We've swung back and forth twice. I expect, somehow, some way this thing is going to make a run for that 199 in the SPY, which is just bizarre, but that's what it looks like it wants to do. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contracts trading out here at 11.15. That little baby has, well, let me actually go to the, you stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Lots of numbers after the close. Dow Industrials right now up 147. Nasdaq's up 41. S&Ps are up 14.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 150, Nasdaq's up 40, S&Ps are up 14.5. And as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the first hour, we get our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. And don't forget, folks, every Tuesday, Thursday, right after my show, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Andy's got a great show, 5 to 6. Get it right on your cell phone. As you're driving in your car, just remember to go to TFNN.com, folks. Right in your cell phone. Hit Tiger TV. You'll get the audio. Plus, you get the video. Now, as you're over to TFNN, you can also test drive Andy's newsletter. It's the Technomento Commodity Report. You can hit newsletters, trading newsletters. You can test drive that 30 days absolutely free. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm good. Doing
So, hey,
good.
first off,
nice shirt.
Thanks, man. So, Las Vegas, what's the weather like out there now?
It's a little chilly, but it's warming up a little bit. I mean, you know, maybe we're getting 50s during the day, still 40s at night, but it's been a cold winter for us.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, right?
Been a cold winter for us. I mean, hopefully we'll get up into the 60s. Then I'll be happy again. Be able to take off these sweatshirts.
Because it changes pretty quick, huh? I mean...
It does. Oh, I mean, by the end of February, early March, we'll be in the 90s.
Wow.
I like that.
You do? Okay, yeah. That would make sense if you live there.
Yeah, I heard it's been raining down there.
No, it has. It has.
Yeah,
We've had some kind of strange weather here the last couple of weeks, too, actually.
Yeah. So, hey, I wanted to show you point something out to you today.
Okay.
You know, little bit of a failure in the precious metals, not gold. Listen, I'm writing an article. I've been working on a number of articles today. One of them is, you know, how strong gold is. And I mean, and gold, I'll send you this article. When I finish it, gold is just so strong against everything. You know, gold really has value. There's a big difference between value and price.
Man, what drugstore did you go to?
No. Gold has I mean, I still think it's going lower, but I think it still has huge value.
Okay.
You know, but one thing I don't like today in the sector, platinum, bearish key reversal. You know, platinum did really well. It went from 811 all the way up. It looked like it was going to go to 900, and today, bearish key reversal. We'll have to see what happens if this follows through to the downside. Not a good trading pattern today on platinum. Made a higher high than yesterday's, closed below yesterday's low. We'll have to see. I just don't like that action. I also don't like the action today in silver. Kind of silver got really close to that 1464 level, but it just kind of petered out, and now we're down at 1424 again. So maybe it's going to take more time to build cause if it's going to break on the upside. But it's been straddling $14 for a while.
Yeah.
You can see here on this chart.
Silver, man, there's no doubt that silver, has struggled. Now, when I look at silver, though, I kind of like what it did here, and this is why. So, on Tuesday, silver makes a high, $14.58. Now, we had 56,000 contracts there. Now, it needs more contracts, folks. That 56,000 was going into 41, which was on December 7th, but the prior day, which I'd take, is 59. So, it needs more.
It needs juice. There's no question. Now, silver, we got to see 100,000 plus contract day.
Yeah, well, but what happened today is, we backed down with 41. See, I kind of like that,
Right,
so.
right. No, I hear you. I mean, it's just.
But no, it's a tight. Listen, man. If silver goes, and what also happens here, folks, is this: if in fact silver does go, you'll see real action in gold. Yeah. No question. Oh, silver's always the volatile one. Let's turn our attention now to crude oil. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we had some rumor come out today.
They're all in love, right?
Yeah, they're all in love. Let me tell you something. I'm also writing an article about this one.
We're talking about the Middle East, folks. That come out at I don't know. It was early, man. It was
right.
Yeah.
Well, Saudi Arabia, they're not going to agree to production cuts. Neither is Iran. Neither is Russia.
Yeah.
Neither is the UAE or Kuwait. But Nigeria, Angola, Algeria, Venezuela, they're dying. They're dying for cuts. But it's not going to happen.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So what we're seeing here is a three-peat. Do you remember Coach Pat Riley, three-peat?
I do, yeah.
Right, okay. So we had March, we had a bounce of 48% in the price of crude oil.
Okay.
In August, we had a bounce of 35%. And based on today's highs, the bounce here from the lows is 33%.
Well, that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool then watching this shake out.
Right. Now, I don't know if it's over. I mean, we got up to 34.82.
I think we can go to, if we look at that, I think we can go to, ICE is set up at like 37.57,
Yeah, you know what's getting me in my mind? 40. You know why? It's a nice round number.
Yeah.
The bounce in March went up to 62.
Okay.
The bounce in August went up to 50 and change. And it would make a lot of sense for the bounce here to go up to 40 and then fail.
I know, because it's not a lot either. Right?
It's not a lot. Yeah. 40 is not a lot.
Exactly.
I mean, the one important thing is today we did close above and we did settle above those that important 2008 low, which is the 32.48. So that's the first time we've done that, in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And so technically, that looks okay. I wouldn't get too excited because I don't think there's any production cuts, and I think they're going to all sell until, anytime this thing ticks up, they're going to smack it like a whack-a-mole. Now, another commodity today I want to point out that's failing miserably is sugar. Sugar took out that 13.93 support yesterday, and it has broken down. It is at 13.25 today. So that is kind of a technical breakdown of the sugar market. And sugar, the backwardation that existed went back to a contango today. So the March-May spread has gone from a premium for March to a premium for May, which tells us that the worries about tightness in sugar or problems with supplies come March has dissipated in the market.
Yeah, sugar looks like it can get down to 11.54. Hey, it could be a good shot.
Yeah. Oh, could be. Now, one other commodity that I wanted to give you a heads up on, natural gas.
Yeah.
Natural gas. Now, 211 BCF draw today. That's pretty much the biggest of the season.
Okay.
Big draw. The thing is sleeping. I mean, it's up 4 cents here. It was down 4 cents. Then after the thing, it was up 4 cents. Now, the draw today only takes into account up until the 22nd. And that big snowstorm was on the 23rd. So we should have another big draw next week. But that's in the market. And the market is not, it's not propelling this thing higher. This thing went to sleep. Listen, we got to remember, it went down to $1.68 in December, went up to $2.50 almost in January. And now we're just sitting here and snoozing. And the winter is coming to a close, which is kind of worrying for natural gas.
Yeah. I kind of like how what happened here today. And I think that 240, 250 can get hit, man. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it can go back up there and test those levels. I just do not see. I think price rallies are capped up there because of supplies. Remember, we're still 20% above last year in terms of inventories. We're about 16% above the 5-year average. Even if it is negative 10 degrees every day for the rest of the season in the Northeast and the Midwest, there's plenty of gas in supplies to heat for heating demand.
Sure.
And once the winter's over, they'll start filling that up with the Marcellus and Utica shale reserves very quickly.
Amazing. You stay right there, okay?
Sure.
Awesome. Andy and I are coming right back, folks. We have the Dow up 130, Nasdaq's up 39, S&Ps are up 12. 47 companies are reporting after the close at 4 o'clock, folks. 34 minutes. You stay right there. We're going to be coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 119, Nasdaq's up 35, S&Ps are up 11.5. We'll talk with our man Andy Hecht, and we are talking commodities. Don't forget, after the show, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time tonight. Andy's got his own show, great show. Get it right at TFNN.com, right in your cell phone, folks, and just hit Tiger TV. You'll see that smiling face of our man, Mr. Andy Heck.
That's right. That's right. So I want to go back and talk about gold with you.
Okay.
I want to dissect and bisect a little bit, and I want to talk about two concepts: price and value.
Okay.
Because it's really important. And you know, I talk all the time about intercommodity spreads.
Sure.
And how that they really give me a sign about, not about price so much, but about value from a historical perspective.
Okay.
So I have the monthly chart of gold up here. And we all know, listen, since 2011,
Yep.
the price has made lower highs, lower lows. It's kind of like a perfect downtrend. And it kind of remains intact unless gold gets back above, I guess, 1190, 1200 bucks. And that's got to be the target, you know, for the bulls here to get it above there. But when it comes to value, Tom, gold has been the strongest thing out there. First of all, if we look at it in currencies, we'll start with currencies.
Right.
We look at it against the euro. We look at it against the yen. The chart doesn't look so bad.
Right.
Absolutely. It
Well,
looks
no,
pretty good.
Against
Right.
those, that's
Right.
high.
By the way, against the Russian ruble, the Brazilian real, the
Right.
South African rand, it's explosive.
It's at highs. Yeah.
Right. Now, so then let's turn and we look at it against other raw materials. We know that against silver and platinum, I mean, I've been talking out to death for a year, that gold is very strong against these commodities. You have platinum trading at a $250 discount to gold when that's $450 below the norm. So gold is strong there. The silver gold ratio at 78 to 1. Well above the long-term average of 55 to 1. So gold is strong there. But if you look at gold versus oil, also very strong gold price. You look at gold versus wheat. I think in 2014, it was like something like 180 bushels of wheat in each ounce of gold. Today, it's like 260. So gold, the value of gold is very, very strong here. But the price in dollars is not so strong. So we're going to see if this year in 2016, gold can move from bear to bull in dollars. That's going to be, you know, the big, that's going to make a big comment about everything out there.
Well, and this is, so, you know, my take goes like this, okay? From where gold started out, the first time I bought gold, I actually bought it in the futures market at 282.50. I remember the day, and I bought gold at 282.50. We ran the baby up. I ran it up to about 1750. We didn't get 1950, but guess what? 1750 was good.
Good enough.
from that run, what gold has done is did a 50% retracement of that whole move.
Yes.
So to me, that's cool. Okay, that's all right. The context of the amount that you can buy with it is dramatic, because I made the case even in the gold report that, hey, listen, man, you know, you bought gold at 300. It's at 1750. If you put 30,000 bucks into it, guess what? You got 100 and you got 30,000 gave you 170,000. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bottom line, take the 170,000. The houses that were going for 300 now are 100. Buy the real estate and go like that. Okay. So the valuation was there, big time. Mm-hmm. The valuation right now is here across the world, and this is like when we were really young, that the dollar was so powerful, and not inside the dollar index, folks, inside these currencies that Andy just mentioned, okay? Those currencies aren't even inside the dollar index. King dollar is worth a fortune across the world. So that means gold is worth a fortune across the world.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
You know, so it's really one of these deals that, like, oh, and then I also keep in the context that, you know, it takes 10 tons of earth, 10 tons, folks, and a good gold company to make 1 ounce of gold.
Yes.
So, you know,
so it has huge value. There's no question. And I've always agreed with you about the value of gold. The thing is that what we've seen over the recent years, really since May of 2014, is we've seen a huge move in the dollar, and we've seen gold keep pace with that. And really, the two best assets in the world to hold over the last kind of 2 years, roughly, are gold and the dollar.
Yeah, for a worldwide basis, there's no doubt.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So flight to quality is three things: gold, the dollar, and U.S. high-quality bonds.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause
And,
you'll
and
get
you know
paid
what?
back.
I don't see that trend changing. Now, that doesn't mean that gold's going to rally in dollar terms, but it does mean that gold will probably continue to rally in other currency terms and against other commodities.
Yeah, see,
I mean,
I
it'll
see
extend, it'll
the
come
reason.
back.
The reason I see, I'm comfortable with gold like at 1450, 1500, and the reason I'm comfortable with that, when you look at the amount of money that's coming out of all these countries going into, whether it's LA real estate, New York real estate, it's going into gold too. You know,
Yes, but I'm only comfortable with that scenario if the dollar is a lot weaker.
well, see, I'm not, and the reason being is that has nothing to do with the dollar. What that has to do with is the market caps of countries around the world and people getting their money out of China,
I
out
understand.
of South America.
But
You
from
know.
my perspective, what I'm seeing is what I think is that, you know, gold has really trended very nicely with the dollar, and you would need to see a break in that relationship that we've seen, you know, over the last since May 2014, which has been really a very, very good correlation between the two. So, you know, I think we're saying the same thing. I think we both believe that gold has incredible value here. I think that you could get that divergence because you know what, the dollar is a fiat currency, and the one distinction that I make between all of the currencies I mentioned, and I throw the dollar in there too, gold has been around so much longer than every single one of them, and it will be around so much longer when they disappear.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. You know.
Humankind loves gold, and gold has value. And I just wanted to kind of chat a little bit about the difference between price and value. And I think you know, when you're using another asset, you're comparing it to real estate. You know, the huge. We've seen a massive correction in the gold versus, not correction, divergence in gold versus the price of crude oil.
Well, so
Massive.
watch.
Look at this chart.
No, exactly. And so what happens there is that because we found so much more oil, oil's cheaper. You know,
Yes.
do you remember what happened, folks, years ago in the you go back in history in the gold market, every time that they'd find like big mines, gold would get destroyed. It was like, oh, hold
Yes.
it, we got a whole, you know, there's a whole nother tub of gold here, you know,
Right,
and we haven't
right.
had a large, you know, so I can kind of get that. It's going to be intriguing though, watching
It's going
this.
to be intriguing.
It is.
Listen. You look at this chart. For the longest time, gold. It took about 20 barrels of oil to buy an ounce of gold.
Yep.
Now it takes 34 barrels. And it was up to, I mean, I actually wrote something on this last week. It was up to almost 39 barrels. I mean, these are real big divergences.
Yeah, they are, man.
Huge divergences we're seeing across all markets. And that's just telling me we're going to see big volatility. And by the way, I thought that what was very telling yesterday was how the stock market reacted to the Fed's very dovish statement. Very, very, very telling about the weakness in the stock market.
Oh, there's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
That's weak. Okay, brother. Well, listen,
Thanks
man,
so much.
thank you so much. Look forward, appreciate the feedback. Look forward to the show at the 5 o'clock.
See you soon.
Awesome. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow's up 147, Nasdaq's up 45, S&Ps are up 15. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And you know, Andy and I, we were just talking about, of course, gold. We're talking about currencies. I'm going to be doing a webinar, folks, for my folks that subscribe to the Gold Report. It's going to be February 2nd. At 6 o'clock. That's next Tuesday night, 6 o'clock at night, 6 to 7. If you're not a subscriber to the Gold Report, you can test drive it right here, right now. 30 days, absolutely free. And what it's going to be about is that how currency exchange rates impact gold companies. If you want to go to the workshop, go test drive the Gold Report. If you don't want to go to the workshop, you don't want to test drive the Gold Report, go under breaking news and read the white paper that I wrote, just so you can get an understanding, because it's not just gold companies that this would be applicable to. And what that white paper is about is that I get the actual factual numbers in some of these correlations, and the correlation itself is important to understand. The difference in the gold companies is that it's unique in the aspect that there's many large companies, and what the large companies actually do, they're not dealing with the currency of the countries they're dealing with, where gold companies are. You know, if you're in Canada, you're dealing with the Canadian dollar. If you're dealing in Mexico, you're dealing with the peso. You're dealing in South Africa, you're dealing with the rand. Their expenses are in those currencies versus all of these companies, all gold companies, folks. They have gold banks. Most of the J.P. Morgan's the largest gold bank out there. They get paid in U.S. dollars, and it's a rolling pay. You know, like let's say today, you know, the gold at 11.15. What they do is that as they're pushing the gold out, they let the bank know how much gold that they want to sell per day. What ends up happening, it's a rolling 30-day average. That's how they get paid, and that's where that money gets put in the bank. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Now, let's go. As we're coming into the close out here today, Amazon after the close, I suspect, is going to be the big one. And the reason being that I'm saying this is that Amazon caught a bid out here today, and this is really a tough one too. And what's tough about it is this. I'll show you what the difference is. Yesterday, you know, if you're listening yesterday, Facebook was a lot easier on a technical basis as to where I thought it was going to go. And it went to, you know, the November 5th high. There was a high volume high. That was 110.65, high volume high. And Facebook was pulling back on lighter volume as it was coming into the lows of last week. So that was like, okay, come back with lighter volume. You have a high volume high, and it's always nice having high volume highs because they like to get tested. Now, now we go into the aspect of Amazon. This is where the difference is. Amazon, number one, does not have a high volume high. Number two, and this is the big part, it came off the highs twice, and the first one's really subtle, and you can really learn a lot about this, about the market. The first one, we made a high on November 11th. That high was 675. We had volume of 5.3 million. Well, watch what happens. We come off that high with 6.2 million and 7.4 million. So in 3 days, you went from 675 down to 622. What ends up happening? That 622, by the way, was going into the last time it had volume on the other side of 619. We go to a higher high. What do? We go to a higher high. We have that high at 5.7 million. Now, you remember that last time we came down at 7.8 million. We made a high with 5.7. Now, check it out, because this is the first one was subtle. This is not subtle. You come off that high, and we came down with 9.3 million. Okay. The top of that is 657. The bottom is 627. So when you look at this chart, we have a high volume low that was generated January 20th. We have another high volume low that was generated on August 24th. What do we do today? We go up on 9.2 million. Now, my take is that Amazon is, what number they come out with, is actually going to go down. And I can understand why Amazon's up $48 today. It's up $48. My take on it anyway is that it's up $48 because, why? Because Facebook came in with such great numbers. Amazon, this is going to be their biggest quarter. There's no doubt about that. We're talking about, this is the holiday quarter, okay? So I just wanted to go through that for all of us, because this is always dynamite when you come in with numbers, and one equity itself can move things around. Now watch. Now here's the next thought process. The way the market has been trading, you know, my take is it's a dead cat bounce. And if you're trading this market, it's a beautiful trading market. It's staying in ranges in a huge way. Okay. Bottom line is that, you know, as they said in the den, this S&P is having a hard time taking out 1890. Now, my take here is that you're going to get more selling coming into the close right here. Not a lot, but enough. You get that selling coming into the close. Tomorrow morning, you get more pressure. But what is happening is that little by little, you're making higher lows. The market's crawling up, and that in itself is going to get the market more bullish, which it takes to do a dead cat bounce. So, and this is going to be just wild shaking it out, because when you look at where we are, how this bounce is developing, and then I look at the timeline, and the timeline I'm talking about, you know, January 27th right now, I'm figuring this timeline can go all the way out to next October. Bottom line, this thing is set up pretty good for a bounce. And, you know, folks, as this thing really gets going, they're not thinking it right now. As it really gets going topside, people will think that we're going to go to highs. Well, bottom line, and this is the deviance inside the marketplace. And I guess no matter how long you've been in the markets, even the last 5 or 6 days, whether you're a bull or a bear, if you haven't been in the market long enough, you can see the deviance inside the marketplace. Because we're range bound. We're range bound, however, with the aspect that it's crawling its way into a higher price. Today is going to be a big one after the close, though. The reason being is that you have so many companies. You know, that's the bullish part. The bearish part is that you have many large equities. They've already broken down. The IBB's doing an ABC down. You're at 264. That's a 227 price print on an ABC structure on the way down. Apple's doing a complex ABC down. That's already taken out the swing point, has volume, and I suspect the IBB will also do a complex ABC down. And all the complex ABC down is that means that you've come down, you broke the B point with volume, you go back topside, volume contracts, then what ends up happening, that's building cause, and then it blows south once again. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market, let's take a look at them. You have Bank of America's up 23. Facebook's the leader. It's up $14. eBay, there's some differential. So eBay is down 330. Where's PayPal? You know, they split those babies off, and when they split those babies off, bottom line is that PayPal's the winner in a big way. Yeah. So eBay is down 12.5%. eBay's up 8%. I mean, PayPal's up 8%. Have to love that. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow up 128. NASDAQ up 39 rather. S&P's up 12.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 123. NASDAQ's up 36. S&Ps are up 11. And, we're talking Amazon. And, of course, we got the trading room. And, you got there's plenty of people that you get bulls, bears, the whole. But it was one of the folks were saying they thought they were going to blow the numbers out. I also think those numbers are going to be huge, and it's going to be the biggest sales they ever had. Yeah, this is why it's so cool as to how what's going to happen after the close, because Amazon rules, folks. Okay, I spend so much money on Amazon, it's sick, and I'm talking about just not personally, for the business, for the real estate company. You got to remember something. You can save if you're buying something, and you want to save on labor cost. You can order everything on Amazon Prime. You're not sending someone to the store to pick it up. You're not spending that labor. You deliver it to the job. They deliver everything. I don't care whether it's bathtubs, toilets, all of it. 0 cost. That's amazing. I don't even know how they do it, okay? But they do, okay? So bottom line, and that you're not leaving your desk, okay? It is just absolutely phenomenal. And last night I was going out and I was going to go to the store and I said, why am I going to go to the store? I sat down for an hour and, furnished, 3 more places. Like, it's just amazing. It really is amazing. It just blows my mind. And guess what? So the stuff that I ordered last night is coming tomorrow for free. Free. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what malls are going to do, folks. And because the aspect of the amount of money that you actually spend at one place. Well, I guess you know what you also have there, which is pretty cool, is that when you're ordering, they are all different stores that are sending you the stuff. That's another aspect of it. Anyway, we're gonna know in literally 5 minutes, because Amazon also comes out right after the close. They're just like Google. So a split second after the close, that baby's going to come out. And I was looking. This is where, if you haven't listened to the swim lessons at noontime, folks, you definitely want to listen to swim lessons, because I was looking at the aspect that, you have Amazon up $50. Well, guess what? That whether it's a call or a put, it needs to move almost $50 after the close to make anything on the calls or the puts. It's that dramatic. It's actually $40 it has to move. But that risk is way too high. It's just way too high. There's no 2 ways about that. Let's go to Steve in Nashville. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy, it's Dunkin' Donuts, Steve.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I like it.
Hey, real quick before the SPX. I love the fact that you got your son there. He brings another perspective.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't say fresh, because you're as fresh as a carrot picked right out of the ground. But he adds tremendously to that, as do all the contributors.
Thank you so much. Yeah, he does a great job.
Say, I'm looking at the SPX. Pick the SPY if you want, but I'm just on a 10-day hourly at the moment.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the bottom there last Wednesday.
Yeah.
18.15 or so.
Yeah.
And then it's riding along, which it looks like A to B. And can one make the argument that it's 18.15 to, say, 19.15 the other day? Like a 100-pointer, which gets you up to the 1975 or so? Was that you were saying 1999, right?
Yeah, let's take.
I mean, it's sure it's an hourly, and you can't really rely on that. But
yeah, let's see.
10-day hourly.
Listen, I think even the way the market traded today, this is a small ABC up. That's what it looks like.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's set up like that. And see, it's deviant enough. The thing that's so cool about how this market's set up right now, I mean, this is a rejection of lower price out here today after, a good whipping. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha, yeah. Hey, thanks so much for all you do.
Thanks so much, man. You have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with numbers right after the close. We have the Dow up 133, NASDAQ up 40, S&P's up 12. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. The start to a better life or a better world or a better future is simply our belief that it is possible. Market guys, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 125, NASDAQ up 38, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract up flat at 11.14. We have silver down 21 cents, $14.24. Copper down a penny at $2.05 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.44 at $33.74 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year up 7 ticks, 129.02. 30 up 6, 160.06. King dollar down 329 ticks, 98.62. The euro up 48 at 109, and the yen at 118.80. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. First, we're going to go to the world of Amazon, folks. This is about as wild as it can get. So Amazon closed today at $635, up $52. Right now, it is trading at $562, so you got what? You're down $75. As we're looking at Amazon, what you're going to see is this. Bottom line, you have two high-volume swing lows, and you know, if you were with us the last hour, we were bisecting and dissecting this, and this was a tough one. But guess what? One of the traders in the den, you know, the quote was, and this is a cool quote too, okay? And what it was is that, you know, it was like Amazon missed the numbers, and who would have thunk it, okay, in the aspect of the amount of business that they're doing. And, you know, I said, well, the guy or the fund who sold the last two highs, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about when we were bisecting and dissecting this, when you have volume off the highs, someone always knows something, folks, okay? And that's because they do the work, not just an inside deal. And that first subtle sell off the high with volume was it. And that subtle sell was November 13th. Then the second one was even, you know, the second one wasn't subtle. The second one was a monster sell. Bottom line, the swing low out here is 547. That was established on the 20th. I suspect we're going to more than likely go after that. You know, we're at 570 right now. Larger, you'll end up going after that swing low on the 20th. So let's see what they have to say out here. Their earnings per share, the estimate was $1.55. That's GAAP. They made $1. You know, we'll go through the rest of this once I go through the rest of the market. S&Ps, what do we have with the S&Ps? That being said and done, too, okay? Now, what that did, that hit the futures market, hit it pretty good, too. That being said and done, we got 47 companies that are coming out. This bounce is still on. This is going to be really just absolutely wild watching this whole thing shake out. We go over to the S&Ps, the SPY. What you have with the SPY is this. SPY gets to a price point today of 187.16. We do that with 139 million shares. Well, we were going into the lows of yesterday that had 185 million. So that is a rejection of lower price, has lighter volume. Guess what? SPY wants to go higher. Now, right now, we closed at 189.11. Right now, that SPY is trading at 188.78. The NDX 100, which the NDX 100, that's going to be huge pressure inside the Qs. NZX 100 also rejected lower price today, had lighter volume. We did 46 million versus 54 of yesterday versus what it was going into. It was going into the lows of the highs of the low of last week, which is 101.83. So 46 million shares, we're going into 86. Rejected it. That's saying wants to go higher. And as I'm walking through this, remember something. This is building a B to a C of a very large ABC structure on the way down. That's the larger portion. But the spreads are so big, folks, you can trade both sides of these. You can trade it on the way down, you can trade it on the way up. The gold contract, what do we have with gold? Gold, pull back, lighter volume, gold wants higher price. We're down $1.80. We're at 11.14. This baby is building cause to get up into this October 15th swing high of 1191. We go take a look at the bond market. What do you have with bond? TY. This is what you have inside the bond market. Bonds, 10 years at 129.02. And it looks like it's going to go test the 129.08 that was generated out here on January 20th. The bonds have been having a tough time trying to generate the. Try to get into that level. Bottom line, you climbed up to that level as we're coming into the close today with dramatically lighter volume. So that's also saying that my take is that it's going to go back downtown. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar can't handle higher price. King dollar right now, you had 34,000 contracts. You have an expansion of volume as you're starting to move lower. First place I figure King dollar is going to go after is 97.22. If you get volume at the 97.22, you're going to be down at the 94.06 level. So lots of action out here. If we go back to Amazon just for a second, AMZN. Amazon closed once again at 635. It's trading at 562. So that's a big number. Microsoft, MSFT, that come out with numbers. Microsoft closed at $52. That's trading 55.30. Big move on Microsoft. 55.30 brings it. It's going to go challenge the high, where Microsoft is also going to have a hard time. Now check this out, because this is a correlation also of somewhat how Amazon was trading today. Microsoft, off its high, also has a high volume spike on the way down. The low of that spike is $54. The high is $56. So tomorrow, what you're going to need with Microsoft now to get the higher price is you're going to need more than 84 million shares as it gets into that whole level. And I expect it'll make a run for it. That's the bottom line. I expect you're going to see it, make a run for it. We'll see whether it can take it and get it up and over it. The silver market. What do we need with silver? Silver needs a bid, folks. Silver pulled back today, 42,000 contracts. Now, it pulled back with lighter volume than we had gone up on Tuesday. That's a positive. Bottom line, you want to see wide price spread, accelerated volume on the way up. You stay right there. We have 47 companies coming out with numbers today, folks. We're going to have them for you. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now finished up $1.25. You get the Nasdaq up 38, S&P's up 10, and the big mover, which out here is Amazon, folks. That's quite a hit. So you got 60, 70, 80. What's that? $95. So Amazon, this is pretty sick. So Amazon closed today at 635. It's trading at 543 right now. And what you'll see, yeah, there you go. It's going to break that high volume swing low. You have a high volume swing low. This could be an ABC down. Now, if this is an ABC down, let me just see, 695, 595. You get $1.50. So $1.50 off that. So you get 550. 480, that's where it's going, man. 480, it lines it up. It lines it up right down to the high volume swing low of August 24th. Quite a hit. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the second hour rather. Basil has a great program each and every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time right here. Also a great newsletter, The Opening Call. You can test drive that right here, right now. You come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, trading newsletters. You can test drive The Opening Call, 30 days, absolutely free. And don't forget, folks, we program every trading day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live content, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. You can get all of it right on your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. You're going to love it. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. I was listening to you and Tommy in your show at 10 o'clock this morning, and it just struck me after all these years, there's one thing that really gets you enthusiastic. It isn't the stock market. It isn't the futures. It isn't housing. It's food.
It is food. Mexican sauces, it is food.
You really love the various foods, right?
I do. I love cooking, man. I love cooking. I love eating, and I love having guests over, and I love partying. I do. Hey, you gotta live, man. You gotta, because guess what, folks? We're all gonna die. As soon as we're born, guess what? Every day you're closer to dying. So guess what? Live, man. Remember that.
So I have my chart right here, the usual one, the Dow chart, and I discussed with you last week that there was a match in some ways with the previous low from August the 24th and then we would see if there'd be a decent bounce. And what happened was, for subscribers, we did go long at about Dow 15,600.
Yeah.
And we're trading now at 16,000. And we've taken off half that position and used it for trading and keep coming back again. This is going to be interesting because I spoke on my show, I think it was yesterday on my Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 o'clock every day. I discussed yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it might have been even this morning, that I think that the Dow, the way it is made up at this particular point, is one of the most balanced that I've seen in a really long time. I don't recall it ever having this kind of weighting. I mean, it's got two banks. It's got a couple of. It's got the variety. It's got Visa and American Express. It's got MasterCard, but then it's also got UTX and Verizon. So and healthcare, UNH. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, this is very interesting. And look what happened. We've just got Amazon come out, and Amazon's trading at 552, down 30, and Microsoft comes out and it's trading up, and Microsoft is in the Dow.
Yes.
Amazon is not. So that's what I mean. What's happened with this market, especially since, let me go back to this chart here. This one here's the daily chart of the Dow. What's happened since the low that was made at 15,450 on the 20th of January, which is above the low of August the 24th, which was 15,370, is that we're looking at a rally, nothing as strong as what happened on the 28th of August, going through from the Dow 15,370 all the way to 16,669. But this has been a pretty good rally. It hasn't gone above the 9-period moving average for more than one day. We've got a peak B right here. And it's just so interesting that the Dow is holding quite well, and you're starting to see leadership in the NASDAQ slowly, one by one. They're just peeling off. I always think of fighter jets, and you've got that V-shaped formation, and each one keeps peeling off until you've got one. So now it's going to be very interesting. What happens in the NASDAQ? How does it impact the Dow? The Dow so far has been, in some ways, one of the stronger indices. So I've got the parameters that we are still holding a long position. We're very much shorter on. We're looking more at the short side, and we've only got a couple of long positions. One is a very safe stock. So far, it's been safe, and it's AT&T as a dividend stock, and it's holding very well, and it's up. It's quite nicely up for us. But what's really important about this is that if somehow or other, besides what happens in the NASDAQ tomorrow, if the Dow is able at least to hold steady, then we can make it up a little higher. But what's really important is that
it should, because Microsoft's going to put a huge amount of juice inside the Dow tomorrow.
But you see, what happens is you don't know what's going to be impacted negatively in the Dow. And that's what I mean about the mix, so that it hasn't been able to break out to the upside.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not expecting a breakout, man. I'm just saying that, you know, it's easy to move the Dow around. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
Yes. So now what we're looking at, for me at least, is that I want to see the Dow get above this high of the peak B, which is 16,235.
Okay.
If it does that, it goes to leg C, and it's still not. The MACD is moving up. You can see the histogram, these little vertical bars, almost becoming positive. The stochastic is running. Nothing great, but it is moving steadily. So it's going to be really important. Tomorrow, being Friday, ends the weekly chart. Let me just go to the weekly chart here, and you're going to see this is quite interesting, because on the weekly chart, it's a bounce, but you didn't break the left side low, and there's that arch formation. If I move this and make it bigger, this is the weekly chart. See that very large arch? This very much looks like distribution, and yet it's been holding, and it didn't break on the recent breakdown last week. It didn't take out that low of 15,370. If you look at the monthly chart, this is going to be very important, because the monthly chart, this candle so far is really not a very good looking candle. And there's a candle that I look at on the left side, which is what I call the Roman candle. That's going to be the issue. And the volatility index. So it's a very important.
It looks like Boeing is a huge issue. Boeing blew away its swing low with volume. So
that's right.
On a longer basis. Cooking, brother. Thanks so much, Basil. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you. You too. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Okay, so let's go through some numbers and see what Amazon is saying. And at one point, folks, Amazon is down like $75 right now. It's actually down $95. Traded thus far after hours down to $5.40, and it closed at $6.45. Right now it's trading at $5.56. So here's the what happened with Amazon. Amazon's holiday quarter profit and sales missed estimates, taking the shine off the year marked by record earnings. The online retailer shares, they're down 15% right now. Fourth quarter net income was $482 million, or $1 a share. That was on their revenue rose 22%, $35.7 billion in the fourth quarter. That fell short of the average analyst estimate, and this is where they just they took them into the cleaners. But as I said, those two high volume swing lows and volume off the high is a problem. But this is what it is. They were only expecting Amazon to take in $35.9 billion, and they took in 35.7. So they were 200 million short on the revenue number, and they take them down $100. Pretty intense. The stronger dollar weighted on revenue, shaving $1.2 billion from the quarter. One of the analysts is saying when revenue has gone up more than $6 billion, how do earnings only go up 55 cents? Well, it's pretty easy, folks, because if you have Amazon Prime, you know that you don't pay anything for delivery. And that includes, as I said last hour, toilets, bathtubs, doesn't matter. And by the way, they're so incredible. Anything that they have delivered, folks, that I believe it's over 75 pounds, it might be 100 pounds, they're so efficient. They give you a 3-hour time window that it's going to arrive. They call you an hour before it's going to arrive. It's pretty amazing. It's just picture something. Whether it's yourself or you have a small company, you are not paying labor to bring all that in. It's labor, trucks, gas, workman's comp, all the, I mean, it just goes on and on. Anyway, so let's see what they have. Amazon shares, yeah, they did double from last year. They're getting cut in half right now. At the end of 2015, there was more than 54 million Prime members. And inside the Prime deal, folks, you get 2 days free delivery and online movies, music. Well, bottom line is that, you know, I'm sure, you know, you get, if we take a look at this, retracement-wise, this could get, you know, Amazon itself, folks, okay, every time that there's a retracement in the marketplace, this takes a monster hit. And, you know, I can bring you back even 2007. 2007, it went from $97 down to $34. And you get, what I want you to do is also remember something. Amazon was the first equity off the lows in 2007. That went, actually, 2008. It came off its lows November of 2008, wherein the market didn't come off its lows until March of 2009. So keep that in check as Amazon backs down. So that was one correction. The correction in 2013, this is vicious, so check it out. It went from $405 down to $284. That's just what Amazon does. You know, so bottom line, and this correction here, this is pretty intense, man, because this correction here can take you down to kind of like 384. The larger correction, man, I don't even want to tell you what it is. It's pretty sick. The larger correction, I also say it, the larger correction is that it wouldn't be a correction, of course, it would be a crash, is 125. That would be like insanity. I hope that doesn't happen because we want free delivery. Pretty sick. Amgen, let's go take a look at Amgen. Amgen closed at 148, trading 147.99. Numbers go like this in Amgen. Their earnings per share, they see for the full year, the estimate was $2.29. They say $2.61. Fourth quarter revenue, the estimate was $5.53 billion. They took in $5.54 billion. Their free cash flow is $1.9 billion. It's not going to do anything for Amgen. That's the way this is set up right now. It doesn't look like anything's going to get done there for Amgen. Let's go over to Microsoft MSFT and see what Microsoft has to say, because Microsoft is trading much higher. Microsoft closed at $52.05. That is trading at $54.55. Microsoft posted better than expected sales and profit fueled by cloud services and office productivity programs. Profit excluding certain items in the fiscal second quarter, which ended December 31st, was 78 cents a share. And sales adjusted for deferrals were $25.7 billion. What that means, folks, is that sales adjusted for deferrals, what Microsoft does and many software companies do, when they have a new product that's out, they can sell a huge amount of that product. They distribute that sales of that product over the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quarters. They you know, why? Because it's the use of the product, and it's a smart way of doing it. What's really cool about how that works is that you see what the numbers are, you see what they're pushing forward. So as the next quarters come in, there's math involved, but not as much, because you know how many sales are already pushed into that quarter. Let's see what else they have to say here. Net income for the recent period declined to $5 billion, or 62 cents a share. The company announced in July they're going to restructure and lay off 7,800 jobs. And what they are doing, folks, is that they're getting into the model, the subscription-based model. And I can tell you, we use it. I like the subscription-based model. And it's funny how it works. It's all perception, of course, right? You feel like each program is either $78, $98 or something like that. You get them off the cloud, you get the licenses and the whole ball of wax, and everything is up to date, and they take care of the rest of it. Now it's less expensive than buying the boxes that we used to buy, but of course the boxes last longer. A subscription-based model, though, inside a company, they're not going to lose business. Well, you can, but the reality is that I suspect it's a better business model because you can generate more cash. You know how many subscribers you have, and keep going forward. Let's go take a look at FTNT. Okay, so this is a network security company. Let's close at $26.36. This is trading at $29 right now. And this has been a dog. Look at this, man. Ooh, baby. Don't touch this thing. So this has gone from $50 down to $26. Let's see what they're having to say. The amazing part is that these security companies, Fire Isle, the rest of them, they've got killed. And it's like security issues are huge, but evidently they must have been just, way too expensive for what they're taking in. So this company here, the estimate was 18 cents. They made 18. No big deal. Revenue, $296 million. They made $296. Bottom line, market likes it, though. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Coming this Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, folks, I'm going to be doing a great subscriber event. What that event is all about is how currency exchange rates impact gold companies. If you are a Gold Report subscriber, you'll be in that event, 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. If you're not a subscriber to the Gold Report, folks, you can test drive it right here, right now. 30 days, absolutely free. Come to the event. Under breaking news, you're going to see how exchange rates impact gold companies. I wrote a white paper there. It's 2 pages. Everyone can read that right now. It's the exchange correlation is pretty intense. If we go over and we take a look at the Rand dollar right now, you're going to see the Rand dollar trading at 16.2 to $1 US. Guess what, folks? What that does, that puts monster firepower into the South African miners. Why? Because the fact of the matter is their expenses are in Rand dollars. They get paid in U.S. dollars. And that's why you just watched Harmony go from a price point of 54 cents up to $1.92. There's 2 separate issues that happen inside currencies versus what you get paid. The first one, of course, is that you make more money on what you're selling. The second one is actually bigger. And what it has to do with is that how much debt did you have? And out of that debt, bottom line, you can pay off so much debt so quickly because you're paying debt in a currency that's very weak and you're getting paid in a currency that is very strong. I want to show you something. This is pretty cool. If you're watching Tiger TV, what I just brought up is I brought up the world capitalization of all the markets, not all the markets, but many of the markets across the world. And what you're going to see here is the amount, percentage that we're down in 1 month, and it's astronomical. But what I got out of this more than anything was this, is that our markets, folks, are so much larger than any market in the world. It's pretty amazing. So when you look at the percentage of the world markets, actually, I do have all the world markets up here. So this is the full world. So we are 37.33% of the world markets. This is the public equity markets. Canada is 2.6%. United Kingdom's 5.3%. France is 3.1%. Germany's 2.9%. Japan's 8%. China's 9%. Hong Kong's 5%. Now, the thing that's really cool here is this. You know, we talk a lot about how we're in one world markets, and we are. And when I start looking at this, it really makes sense that in the context of how we can get clues out of how Japan is trading, how China is trading, you know, because they open first, how Australia is trading. Small markets, though, compared to ours. China isn't. China's 9%. Japan's 8%. You know, so overnight, so picture overnight, we got 8, 17, 23, which is pretty cool. So we have 23% in China. I mean, in Asia. That's pretty cool. So that gives you a decent indication. Is big money buying or selling? India's 2.3. We don't look at India quite a bit, but you know that's a good sized market. The key here, I think, to recognize is that when these markets start going, they are one world markets. Now, our market is a monster. You can see it, 37.33%. And you know, when you look at that, when I saw that number, that actually surprised me. I mean, I know that King Dollar is King Dollar. I've talked about it, you know, many times. And, you know, I remember even when we started the Gold Report, you know, there's plenty of people saying, you know, put your money into China dollars and all this. I'm saying to myself, man, that's insane, okay? Because if I've learned anything over the course of, you know, the last 50 years, it's King Dollar. Even when King Dollar, folks, is weak, when you go to other countries, everyone wants King Dollar. That's what it comes down to. Bottom line, King Dollar, you know, in our lifetime is going to always be King Dollar. When you take a look at the size of our markets, okay, And then you hear that whether another country is going to take us over, and you hear that America is not out here and winning. We're winning, folks. Okay, in a huge way, not in a small way. Okay, there's the number. The number is a monster. Okay, it's pretty. Some of these stats have been they're right in front of us, and you don't even realize. And that was one of them. When I saw that, I said, that's absolutely amazing. Now what I think we do have to do, though, for sure. What I don't like when I look at something like that, that's going to be intriguing, is the amount of inversions that are taking place. And I don't mind the inversions if, in fact, the corporation is not going to come back to the United States when they get in trouble and want the good old flag of the United States and young men and women, go help them out. It's like, oh, really? Guess what? Come on back, pay some taxes. Yeah, we can help you out. Because that's the disconnect in the inversion case. And what has happened is that it seems that every 10 or 20 years, that part is lost. That part is lost in a big way. Electronic Arts. Let's go take a look at Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts just come out with numbers. That closed at $69.79. That's trading at $64.70 right now. Let's see what they have to say. I guess we're not buying as many video games. These guys make a fortune, but I guess... Okay, so the estimate was $917 million. They took in $875. So that's a problem. Top line and bottom line. Bottom line, estimate was 50 cents. They took in 40 cents. Still big numbers, but not enough. Electronic Arts, second largest U.S. video game player, fell 12%. Well, we know that. Earnings, including some items, this quarter will be 40 cents a share compared to 50 cents average. The revenue, $875 million versus $917 million. Still big numbers. But evidently, we weren't spending as much at the Christmas quarter as, folks thought we were going to spend. That's the way that seems to be shaken out. If we go overseas, let's go take a look at, because we're going to have the overseas markets open. Hang Seng. So the Hang Seng is trading at 19,195. Let's see if she's going to get any juice. She can get a little juice tonight. This will be interesting watching. So the Hang Seng looks to me like it wants to bounce to 20,323. Now that's also more than likely, well, let me see. If we get a higher volume swing low, and yeah, that's going to be a dead cat bounce because, oh, look at this. This is a trip. Okay, so the Hang Seng, that's an ABC down. Let me see. So the Hang Seng on a monthly is done an ABC down, but it's not finished yet. 28,580. So it's an 8,300 A to B, which gets you 15,000. Where do we get to? Oh, this is pretty cool. So check this out, folks. Now, I was talking a little bit earlier that I think that the IBB, Apple, probably are going to end up doing a complex ABC down. What a complex one is that you break your swing point, you do it with volume, you come back inside, you go up higher, you're building basically cause to get lower. The Hang Seng, folks, already broke its B point with volume. More than likely, it's going to do the same thing. We're going to be able to get a lot out of the Hang Seng. The reason being is that the price projection is 15,000. It's only hit 18,500. And the low of 2008 is 10,000. So it's easy for it to get there. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finished up 125, NASDAQ up 38, S&P's up 6.5. Now watch, we have another complex ABC also, and it's Boeing. So Boeing, folks, you know, this equity went straight down from 150. It hit 115 today. You know, talk about free fall. Now, it was going after the high volume swing low from August 24th. And bottom line, you know, what it did, it broke it and broke it with volume. You're going to get a small bounce here. If we take this and we put this on a monthly basis, what you're going to see is that on the monthly, you've come into the last swing low, we already have more volume. This monthly has 126 million versus 92. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is that as we bounce here, you want to watch how these equities react. And what I've always found, which always blows my mind, is that they can actually bounce. But they bounce, and they bounce pretty good. But then once they let go again, the letting go process is just huge. And Boeing looks to me like it's going to stop making its, you know, after the bounce, make it way down to the $78 level. So it's a level that is going to be pretty intense. There's no doubt about that. We go over to the transports. Let's take a look at the transports. The transports still can't get any juice. We're at 6,700. Visa come out with numbers. Let's look at Visa. Visa closed at $69.33. It's trading at 71. Numbers go like this on Visa. The estimate was 68 cents. They made 69. Revenue estimate was $3.62 billion. They missed on the revenue, $3.56 billion. This is pretty amazing. You know, that we haven't been spending. We didn't spend money. We didn't spend as much money as the equities were looking for in the last quarter. And so that's the bottom line, folks, that's good, because hopefully we have that money in our pockets or in our bank account or under our mattress or somewhere, because there's no sense to rerun the whole debt structure, whether you're talking, you're really talking 2007. That debt structure, don't get your head wrapped around it again, because the amount of offers that are coming out are extraordinary. There is no doubt. There's no doubt, that you can't open your mail without at least 2 to 3 every single day. Sometimes over the weekend you get 5 or 6, right? I mean, it's banks wanting to basically push money out. But bottom line, and don't do it. Stay tight. Be different. If you get the house, if you're remortgaging, if you're doing all that, yes, do that. Just don't go get money just because you can go get money and go have a good time. Bottom line, save that money to go have a good time versus having debt, okay? Because there's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt, you got a decent investment, you can handle the payments, that's great debt. Bad debt is that you grab the money and then you take the money and go take a vacation, you go buy a car, you go buy something else, okay? That's bad debt. Because if you can buy a car, guess what? They give you money at 2%, 1.5%, right? Anyway, you get the gist of it. So the cool news is that even with Vista, we're not taking the money. And American Express, that stock is the dead dog, man. American Express has some big problems. That equity has gone from $80 to $52, and I can see that this broke with volume. This is on its way to 42, and 42 is going to be the highs of October of 2010. It's already whacked the 2011 area. Big problems. You stay right there, folks. The man, Mr. Andy Heck's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. And don't forget, folks, 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning, TFNN.com. Check it out. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Indy's coming right up. Wow! Go get him, folks.